Welcome to another Tech Tip Tuesday. We're going to continue looking at Google Slides today, and today we're going to look at animations and transitions. This is an option that you have only on the online version. You cannot add animations or transitions if you are using the Google Slides app on the iPads. So you can animate and you can add transitions. Let's look at transitions. Transitions are simply how the slides move or the effect that takes place when you go from one slide to the next. And so basically what you can do is you can come up here to Insert, and there's animations right here. And you click on that, and here's transitions. Because I have nothing selected on the slide, I have the entire slide selected, it goes to transition. Now you're limited as to what kind of transitions you have. If you click on this little drop-down menu, you see I have no transition assigned to this slide, but if I click on the drop-down menu, I have these options for transitions. And so if I simply click on one, what it's going to do is it's going to assign that transition. You see now that there's a little icon right here that shows I've got an animation or a transition connected to this slide. If I choose to, I could apply this animation or this transition, to all the slides at one time. So now it's the same one. I could assign a different one to every single one of them if I wanted to. You can also adjust the speed of the transition by sliding this slider to the left or to the right. If you want to view what it's going to look like, you can click on the little play button and it'll kind of go through a quick little animation showing you what that transition is going to look like. So you get an idea of what it looks like before you actually use it in real life. If I hit stop, now if I go into presentation mode, what you'll see here is here's my presentation will start. And as I go through the presentation, you will see that animation, or that transition effect that I had selected of the cube. And so that's how you can add a transition to your Google slide. Now, as far as animations are concerned, animations are assigned to individual objects. So to add an animation, let me close my transition window here as if I'm doing this from the beginning. You're going to select an object. Once you have an object selected, then you can come up here to Insert and Animation. And now your animation pane is going to slide back out. It's still called transitions, but I'm going to now add an animation. You can see the object right here that I have selected. There's a little picture of it right here. And by default, it always goes to the fade in. But if you click on the drop-down menu, you have all these different options of what you want the object to do. Now notice you can have animations, or you can assign animations that will occur to bring the object onto the screen. You can also assign animations that will take the object off of the screen. So you have things like fade in or fade out, fly in from the left, or you can also have objects fly out to the left. So not only can you have objects appear, but you can also have them leave the screen as well. So I'm going to go ahead and have this fly in from the left, and it's going to do it. I have to tell the computer what I want it to do it on. Now you can have it do it on a click. In other words, when you click during your presentation, that animation will occur, or you can have it occur after or with the previous. So for example, if I have after the previous, what it's going to do is that this object is going to fly in from the left after the slide has transitioned. So that's how and you'll see the order as we go. I'm going to leave this on a click for right now, and I'm going to leave it at this particular speed. And I'm going to come back over here to my object over here, my slide over here, and I've just clicked into the white space, and I'm going to add a new animation. So I'm going to click on this object right here. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on Add Animation. And you'll see here the object, the little thumbnail is right there. And again, I have different options. I'm going to have it fly in from the right this time, and I'm going to have it do that after the previous. So the way I've got it ordered, in other words, what it's going to do here is it's going to actually occur after the previous animation has occurred. All right, so I've got that one. Okay, and then I'm going to add another animation. I'm going to add an animation for this one right here. So I'm going to click on this, add an animation, and I'm going to have that. We'll just have that fade in, and we'll have it fade in with the previous. And so you see it right here. So this is going to go on the click. This is after the previous, and this is with the previous. And I can play it and see what that's going to look like. Okay, now, because the first object I've said it has to happen on the click, I'm going to have to click or press someplace to get it to actually activate. But once I've activated it, then these two will automatically take place because I've already programmed them to take place after the previous and with the previous. So I'm just going to click on my space bar. There's that animation followed by the other two. because they were told to automatically occur. And then I'm going to click stop to get out. So you can preview that. Now, if I go into presentation mode, again, here's my slide. Nothing's going to happen until I click. Then the sloth's going to fly in and those other animations are going to occur as I've dictated. Again, that's how you can add animations. Now, if you want to rearrange these, it's very simple. You can rearrange these by dragging and dropping them. So here I've rearranged them. So I've put the fly in from the right happens first, then the click of the sloth. Let me show you what that's going to look like. So I've rearranged it. Notice it flew right in. I did not tap anything because it happened after the previous animation of the transition. And now I'm going to click, and those two other objects are going to come in. So you can have these animations. You can add these animations to any object, any sort of text. So if I want to have my text be animated, I can do that as well. I can come here and I can add an animation to the text. I can have it fade in. Now notice you have a few more options when it comes to text. Okay, so I'm going to have it fade in. You can have it fade in by paragraph here if you want. If you have a long, lengthy paragraph, if you have several paragraphs in a text box, you can have it come in one at a time. But since I don't have a paragraph, I really don't have anything I need to do here. I'm just going to say on click, and I'm going to go down here. Now I've got my name. I'm going to go ahead and add an animation, and I'm going to have that, let's have that just fly in from the bottom, and we're going to do that after the previous. And I'm going to go back into presentation mode. I'm going to click, it's going to appear, and then it's going to fly in from the bottom. So there you go. Now that's if you want to bring them in. Like I said, you can also have them go out. So if I want this to, I want this one to fly out. Let's see, let me have it fly out to the left. That means it's already going to be on the screen, but it's going to fly out after the previous. Now I go into presentation mode. Notice it's already there. So it's like, because I told it I want it to go leave the slide, and I'm going to click to bring the title in, and then my name will fly out after that previous animation. So that's how you can add animations and transitions to your Google Slide presentation.